You're locked into Faith Under the Lights with Zach and Nolan, the podcast where faith and sports collide. We will spotlight athletes who are unashamed of the gospel and living boldly for Christ both on and off the field. Don't forget to like, follow, and share this podcast with others who need to hear these powerful testimonies. Faith Under the Lights. Let's get started.
All right, what's up, man? Welcome back, Faith Under the Lights. This is going to be our Super Bowl preview. If you guys are interested in hearing what the heck we've got to say about the Super Bowl. But before we get into that, I want you to check out this clip real quick.
Jesus Christ, and without him, I'm nothing. And I just appreciate him giving me this opportunity, this platform to play this great game with this great organization. So just grateful for that. I think I'm a pretty self-confident person. I think when they started to pile up, I tried my best to, stay, locked in the spirit and, realizing I just got to be there for my teammates, and they encouraged me a lot through it. So I'm really appreciative of this team and, them doing that because they didn't have to. It was not easy. It's something that I'm learning from, and, I'm just grateful for my teammates for picking me up.
All right. So the scripture that comes to my mind whenever we see that and hear CJ reflect on that, he obviously had a very tough stretch of games. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, but it really hurts to let down your team. And especially, I can't imagine it from a quarterback's perspective. He's the captain of the ship. He's the guy that makes everything go. And he had a generational defense and lost it really for his team. There's no other way to put it. I think he had 10 turnovers in 2 games, which is hard to even imagine. But I do believe he had that many. And, his ability to bounce back from that, and before he gives himself an excuse or starts blaming himself or goes off anything else, he always gives glory to God first in everything that he does, because I believe he understands that without God, he doesn't have the platform that he has. He doesn't even have the ability to give God glory in front of all these people. And I love that he always does that. So one of the scriptures that comes to my mind, because a lot of people in that time will now try to please people. And they will say what they think people want to hear. They will say what they want people to say back to them. They will look for instant gratification. But in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4 through 6, it says, "But as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, even so we speak, not as pleasing to man, but God who tests our hearts. For neither at any time did we use flattering words, as you know, nor a cloak of covetousness. God is the witness. Nor did we seek glory from men, either from you or from others, when we might have made demands as apostles of Christ." CJ has an opportunity to just do as some do, where they just go into a corner and they hide and they act like a child and they can't talk about it. I understand he's very upset, but the fruit of a Christian will always come out at those times. When that time of pressing, when that time of everything's back, it's very easy to give God all the glory when you're Fernando Mendoza or somebody after the game and you give God all the glory for that. It's very easy to do that. But after that moment, after dropping the ball the way he did repeatedly, just constant failures, to pick himself back up and give God glory above everything else shows the measure of the man. And I have no doubt that he will bounce back and be 10 times better because of it. So just appreciate CJ being a barrier and a carrier of the gospel.
I mean, I've just a personal experience with that. One of the young ladies that I'm mentoring, I know I talked about a little bit about the YCP program that we do, and she gave her life to Christ like right in the beginning when we started getting in there, and then they went on their home pass, so she got to go do some home visits and everything, and when she came back, she said, it's really easy when everything's going good to get in your word and pray and praise God and worship and everything. But then I go and I have some bad things happen to me, and it was a little bit harder to do that. And I was like, yeah, that's part of it. It's peaks and valleys, and you got to be trusting the Lord in all those spaces. So I love CJ Stroud. He's one of my favorites. He's one of them ones that I pull for him, now unless he's playing my Who-Dats, but I pull for him and I hope that he does good. It was unfortunate to see some of the times that he had. If you're looking and you're watching, we got some shirts on, man. Jesus won. I don't know if any of you guys have heard. I'm sure if you're around the sports world and you're a Christian, you've seen Jesus won apparel. And so I caught on to Jesus won whenever Evan Carter with the Texas Rangers got called up, came out, took batting practice, and he had a Jesus One shirt on. I thought he went to like some little place down the road and just got him to screen print him a shirt, but turns out it's a company, and so we got linked up with them, and they printed us off some shirts, and so we got some available. If you'd like one, let us know. If you throw your size in the comments, I've got some right now that I can send out to you, and so if you like what you see with Faith Under the Lights, you like what we're doing, we'd love to get you a T-shirt so you can represent. And just let us know. Shoot your size in the comments, or just give us a shout out or whatever. Follow, like, share.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, do something like that. That helps us. When you leave a comment on these platforms, it really helps the algorithm, and it gets it blasted out there. And look, we're not doing this for any kind of notoriety or anything, but there's somebody that likes to talk about sports. That needs to hear about Jesus, and so we're trying to wrap it all up kind of in the same thing, and hopefully, somebody hears the gospel through this podcast. And so, Yep. Well, this is Super Bowl preview, and so we'll get into the Super Bowl real quick. Just the NFL season overall. We're going to go pretty quick on this. What was your biggest surprise with the NFL season?
The Patriots.
Yeah, I would agree. I thought Bo Nix, the way he played this year and kind of the success that the Broncos had. My other biggest surprise was how much of a 180 the Chiefs did. All right.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. Did you see that coming?
Yeah. After the year we had with LSU, that was the only thing that really salvaged my football year. I mean, Iowa winning state and the Chiefs just falling apart. Look, prayers for Patrick Mahomes. Nobody wants to hear that.
Right.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was just glorious watching him lose games before he got hurt.
Yeah.
It was great. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's so you got the Patriots and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Now, both of these teams fired their coach last year, brand new coaches, and what do you know? They're in the Super Bowl, and the Seahawks are.
I think it's McDonald's second year.
Is it?
I think it's the second year.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I'm not a big NFL guy. I put that.
Me either.
Yeah.
Me either.
But anyway, Seahawks are going 1,000 miles an hour. Yeah. So talk about that. Just what you're seeing.
The games that I did get to watch the Seahawks in, obviously it's regional coverage and everything. Fantasy League didn't do well for me this year. In case anybody's wondering, fantasy didn't work out good for me. Bo Nix was my quarterback till halfway in the year. I got rid of him, and then all of a sudden he remembered how to play football. That's how it happens. I thought it was a very interesting year. Joe Burrow injury, the Lamar Jackson injury, the Patrick Mahomes injury. And, man, I think the thing that probably hurt me more than anything was watching Josh Allen lose that opportunity.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, they finally all got out of his way.
Yep.
And you know what? Maybe it's a good thing. Because if he would have made it this year, then they'd be like, well, you didn't beat Mahomes.
That's a good
you
point.
Didn't beat Jackson. You didn't beat Burrow. They would have discredited it. And Josh is just as good as every one of them. I am on the side of I understand why people were mad that Sean McDermott lost his job, but I also understand the reason he needed to lose his job. Because above everything else this year, there was a lot of coach movement. Man, a lot of prominent coaches. Playoff coaches. I mean, John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
No, I didn't either.
Mike Tomlin.
And that was the first shoe to drop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin being gone. And then now Sean McDermott. It's like, wow. I mean, these are some jobs open that you wouldn't have thought had been open. But watching the Seahawks, they are so physical.
Yeah, they're fast.
In my opinion, the Rams and the Seahawks were the two best teams in the NFL. And so I really feel like we already saw the Super Bowl. Now, I know we've said that before, and the other team come back and won. I understand that. Yeah. I'm not saying that Drake May can't just go berserk, and he can. He's got the ability to go berserk and just beat these guys. But it's going to take a Herculean effort to go and beat that team because that team is built the right way from the inside out. Mm-hmm. They don't have all the big names. They got a couple of them. Yeah. I tell you right now, Smith and Jigba might already be the best wide receiver in the league.
He's a dude.
As an LSU guy,
that
is not easy for me to say, but I'm going to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
But in the Super Bowl, as LSU fans, I'm always going to shout my boys out. We've got 5 guys in the Super Bowl. You got Caleb Chesson with the Patriots. You have Caleb Chesson, Kayshon Boutte, Will Campbell, and Braden Swinson. and then Anthony Bradford with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So really, LSU's in the Super Bowl. I mean,
all the time.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Patriots, they've always had an affinity for LSU players.
Yeah.
And it's worked out well for them.
I think I like the Patriots. I like what they've done. You know, some say I think that Bo Nix being hurt might have gave them
100%.
So they got away with
Sean
one
Payton
right there.
lost that game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Should
have kicked the field goal.
I mean, he knew the storm was coming in.
Yeah.
You got to be aggressive to go
Yeah.
get the points, but you know, it's at what point, you know, you're cutting your nose off, spite your face. You knew you were, and now how wild was that? You watched that game?
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I looked up. I think I was cooking,
Uh-huh.
and I watched the whole first half. Then I started cooking, and when I turned around, it looked like I was watching a different game.
Yeah.
The field was snowing.
Yeah,
I'm
completely
like,
different.
wow.
And if you were going one way, it was blowing right in your face,
Unbelievable.
and you're going the other way.
I've never seen
crystal
a
clear.
field change that fast.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like as a coach at that level, you have to know that.
Yeah.
And know that you have a backup quarterback in there, and the chance of him going down the field is little to none already.
Yeah.
And then you add in that weather. I mean, everything was working against
And on top of that, I mean, you still, Drake Mays had a great season. He's still a rookie,
Yeah.
and you still
No,
put him in a
second year.
pressure cooker. God, I am terrible right now. You put him in a pressure cooker situation in a chance to go to the Super Bowl, you know, to try and go win that game on the road in the snow. I don't know, man.
You know, I kind of look at that. You know, one thing that, because, you know, Nolan used to hate on me all the time because I was a
I
Patriots.
wasn't even going to bring this
I
up.
was a Patriots fan for a long time, but I really wasn't. I was a Tom Brady guy, and I don't care who to play for except Dallas. Other than Dallas, I'd have rooted for him. But you know, getting to watch him, and I really got to watch Bill for 20 years too. I got to see Belichick and the mind games and the way he played with people. You know, what nobody talks about was the Seahawks and Patriots last Super Bowl against each other, and it's so fitting that, you know, but. Everybody talks about not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
Right.
And I get it. You make that call 100 times out of 100 times, you give Beast Mode the ball.
Yeah.
But what Bill did, see, they got the first down at like the 3-yard line, or it was second down at the 3-yard line with like over a minute left in the game. Belichick had 2 timeouts left.
Yeah.
He didn't use any of them. All he did, he'd already been there. Pete Carroll hadn't been there.
Right.
And he put the pressure on Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
He didn't give him a chance to breathe, a chance to think, a chance for anybody to talk sense into him, to say run the ball.
Right.
The Patriots had 2 timeouts left at the end of that game. Belichick never used them. He let the clock run down. He put the pressure on the other
And
coach.
nobody ever talks about that.
He put the pressure on the other coach and was like, let's see what you're going to do here. And he did what Belichick thought he was going to do, which is a colossal mess up. And he kept his he kept his 2 timeouts going, and when he picked up the Lombardi.
So, what are you seeing in this game as you got the Seahawks? I mean, that's what it
Man,
kind of sounded like.
the Patriots are going to have to play lights out. They're just going to have to play absolutely lights out. This is a very good Seattle team. Now, I will also say that Sam Darnold can self-implode at any moment. I'm so proud of Sam Darnold. I'm just so happy for that guy. I think he's finally found his place, and he's going to be there for a long time, and he's going to be somebody to mess with.
Yeah.
He had a very up and down trying time, but he's there now, and he is better because of it. He's built to the right stuff.
Yeah.
But he can self-implode at any moment, and he can have a CJ Stroud type game where he throws 3-4 picks or a fumble. I'm not going to say the Patriots are out of it, but if the Seahawks are playing top notch, sorry, man, it was a good year.
Yeah.
That's a good football team right there.
I am going to go with the Patriots, and here's the reason why. It's Mike Vrabel.
I love some Brady.
That's it, man. I think that he's going to have his team so tuned up, maybe not X's and O's wise, but like
X's and O's too.
get a bloody nose and go in
you
there
don't
and know
play
you're
for
in a
Bill
street
Belichick
fight.
for 10 years
Yeah.
and not do the X's and O's.
I just think there's a different thing going on with the Patriots
It's a spirit.
where they got their back against the wall and they're just throwing punches.
They're dogs,
Yeah.
man. I don't want to. That's why I'm not taking anything away from them. They're dogs, man.
Yeah.
And like you see them suck the life out of the other team. It was the last 2 rounds when they needed to get those first downs.
Yeah.
And I mean, they just gave the ball to Ramondre Stevenson. He's I got it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nobody stopping that dude from getting to that first down line.
You got Kayshawn scoring a touchdown?
Yeah, man. I think LSU gets in the end zone. I definitely do. Hopefully Swinson gets a sack, Campbell stops a few sacks, and Boutte gets into.
Tell you what, Campbell's he's been struggling a little bit.
Well, he's playing some real competition.
He's going against the real dudes.
He's going against them dudes he went up against the last 2 rounds are all pro.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some rough days, man.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be better because of it. But as a rookie, and he is a rookie, by the way. But as a rookie, to do it, to be the left tackle for the Super Bowl contenders, man, that's nothing to shake. He has made way more than he hasn't when it comes to blocks.
Yeah, I saw some guy just squaring him up the other day on some podcast or whatever. Just saying
so he was outside of the reach of Will Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Will Campbell couldn't actually get to him.
Right, and this guy looked like he had never played a sport in his life.
Yeah, I'm proud to be from Louisiana. I don't really mess with people north of I-10. Especially the boys from Monroe, and they got a lot of Arkansas influence. The boys probably not wired right.
Right.
Grew up close to Mississippi and Arkansas and in North Louisiana. I don't know if you know anything about Monroe, but there ain't very much to know about it. You can watch Duck Dynasty and get a pretty good idea of what them boys live like. And look, Will Campbell is the man. I'm proud of him. He's awesome. And he'll probably end up living in Lake Charles one day because he's dating Nussmeier's sister.
Oh.
So he might be old from the Chuck for us all over.
There you go. Oh, man. So Super Bowl's coming up. It's going to be a good time. What are you cooking? Do you get into cooking or what's going on? I know you get into cooking. You got a deer gumbo going on.
Yeah, I got deer in the pot right now.
Yeah.
So the longer we talk, the better for me. But nah, I'm working next Sunday.
Okay.
So I won't really get into cooking much. Maybe my wife will make something. But
yeah.
I mean, we're more of, for me, for big football games and stuff, I'm more of a small thing.
Finger
foods.
Yeah.
I'm not so much on the big dinner. I want to taste just a plethora of things.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to cook a Seahawk. I know that's like a big thing.
It's got to be like a duck or something like that, huh?
Oh, it's nothing like a duck.
No.
You don't want to eat a bird that only eats fish.
Okay.
All right.
Why's that?
Because it tastes like fish. So, like, us duck hunters, we don't like to hit spoonies and stuff like that because that's what they taste like.
Yeah.
That's why a flamingo's pink, because of the food that it eats. Their diet matters. So I don't think I really want to eat a Seahawk. I think if I had to, I could, but I really don't want to eat a Seahawk.
I
don't want to cook a Patriot.
Yeah, you go to jail for that. I don't know what we're gonna cook. I just got a new Blackstone, so I might throw some steaks on there, man.
Come on, man.
I've been doing some chicken fajitas and steak fajitas and been marinating them overnight.
Some fajitas.
I don't know how we got on this subject, but it's Super Bowl. Everybody goes out or is commercials wise.
Pizzas, man. Pizzas everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the commercials would be like this year. I'm not.
They've been slipping, man.
They're not as good as they were when I was a kid.
Remember the Budweiser frogs?
Dude, which ones? I mean, I remember the guy. I don't even remember this one, but he had his cell phone.
Yeah,
and he said, I don't remember. I think it was Nextel. So it was like or singular or something like that. And he's like, it also doubles as a self-defense mechanism. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, come at me. And the dude came at me. He just rifled the cell phone right in the dude's face. And I just remember laughing till I cried watching that. And then they've lost their flavor.
What about the
too politically correct now for it to actually be funny?
What about the Doritos commercial back in the day with the finger cleaner? Did you see that?
I don't remember that one.
So a guy eats the Doritos.
Oh, is that the one with
No, he gets the cheese all over his fingers. And they got a little hole in the wall. They're like in an office setting. They got a little hole in the wall. And he says, yeah, it's a finger cleaner. So stick your finger in there. So he sticks his finger in it. And there's a dude on the other side. And when his finger comes through, the bell rings. And
oh, that's disgusting, man.
Yeah, so it sounds like something you might do.
No, that's disgusting. I'm not excited for the halftime show. Whatever. We'll just mute it on that one.
I'm not even going to get into that because it's just people get sideways about all that stuff.
Like I said, it's too politically correct to be fun nowadays.
That's right.
As long as the football product is good, that's really all that matters.
That's what we're looking for. Well, good deal, man. Super Bowl preview. I don't know if it was worth anything.
Hey, it is what it is.
That's all it is. So you got the Seahawks. I'm going Patriots, and we'll see what happens.
I'm going to give the Seahawks. I don't know what the spread is.
I don't either.
I think they win pretty big.
Yeah.
I think they win pretty big. Isn't it? It's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, I just – and also, somebody we hadn't talked about really, Smith and Jigba, sold out Christian.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. Sold out, all in Christian. which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Are you trying to sway me?
No, I could care less about the Seahawks, but I do think he's awesome. And then I think I heard this week, Nussmeier is dating Drake May's sister.
Goodness gracious.
So I think they're all intertwined in some form or fashion. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of split on it. But, I mean, growing up cheering for the Patriots, it'd be pretty cool to see him win another one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Seahawks are a great team, great organization.
No doubt. Well, we'll check it out. Comes on Sunday night. So be tuned in, check it out, and I'm sure we'll talk about it in the next episode we got coming up.
Sure will.
All right, guys, this is Faith Under the Lights. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll see you next time.
You're locked into Faith Under the Lights with Zach and Nolan, the podcast where faith and sports collide. We will spotlight athletes who are unashamed of the gospel and living boldly for Christ both on and off the field. Don't forget to like, follow, and share this podcast with others who need to hear these powerful testimonies. Faith Under the Lights. Let's get started.